This is Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Come on in, y'all. Happy Tuesday. I know my voice is a little hoarse. It's like that in the mornings. Don't worry. I'm going to start you off with some positive vibes of the day because you know what I say. It's going to be a what?
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do. The aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, yo. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison they ride. Head full of flaws, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head.
Hey, Reginaldo. Hey, Shirley. Positive vibes are overtaken.
I got patience.
One day at a time, that's how you operate.
The cadence of flow, you grow,
You show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes
temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation.
I live my life in my head
like a narration.
Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
And it
Wake
is.
up, today's gonna be a good day.
And
Wake
it
up,
is.
today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Hey. Good morning. Good morning. Shirley, I was thinking about you this morning. Because, planning my trip. Well, actually, I thought about you last night because I looked up my flight to Houston. And I was like, let me book this shit. And I could kick myself because you always book your flight so early and you get such a great price. And I always wait to the last minute, but the prices are not that bad right now. So I think I'm going to book between today and tomorrow, okay? Because I'm coming, right? And so let me update. I know it's, we're still gathering and stuff, but I can continue to talk. So, I've been having not really been feeling myself, and I've been having some aches and a little bit of pains. And I was already cleared. My doctor called me and told me, take my ass off of those antibiotics because I do not have an infection and they do not want me on antibiotics for no reason. So I came off the antibiotics, right? And because I'm still having the pain on my side, and it's like a low vibrational pain, and then certain times of the day it gets more, and then it tones down, and then it gets more. So it comes and it goes, but it's there. And so, hey, Brandilla, good morning. And so, being that I don't have an infection, and they took me off the antibiotics, I just have to wait for my ultrasound that's scheduled for Thursday. And so hopefully the ultrasound will not show that the stones or anything have moved or need to be addressed or whatever, right? I'm just hoping that, I don't know, it got to be something. I don't know what it is. It got to be something. But whatever it is, so far, no bad news, right? So that's a good thing. How about that? What's the other big thing that happened to me? I finally took a step towards therapy, y'all. And I talk shit all day long. I do. I talk shit all day long. I talk to people a lot, right? But when all I had was a 15-minute consultation. That's it. 15-minute consultation. But speaking to her, it was different. Good morning, Valerie. It was like I almost got emotional right away. I don't know if it's because I felt like I finally get to sit in a safe space. Not that you guys are not a safe space, but you know what I'm saying. A safe space where clinically I'm being seen. You know what I'm saying? It's different, right? And so 15 minutes talking to her, she asked me a really good question. What is it you're looking for in a therapist? I was so focused on the questions I had for her, which many of them were answered up front because of her profile. But I was so focused on what questions I was going to ask her. When she asked me that question, I was like, oh, that's a good ass question. What are you looking for in a therapist? Right? And the first thing I said was culturally matched, not just from a race perspective, right? Or a culture perspective, but also from a sex perspective, female, right? I said I've had male um, therapists before. I've had white males. I have had black males. Never had a black female. The reason why I'm having a female for me, this may not apply to everybody else. For me, is important. A black female for me was important is because of the things that I'm dealing with in my current life, right? Like menopause. I don't think a motherfucking man is going to understand when I start talking about how menopause affects my life. How the fuck is he going to relate to me? Right? And so for me, it was important to have someone that can relate to my hormonal changes, right? Also, someone that can relate to being one of the few black women in the organization that she works, right? That's a stressor in itself, right? Because on a regular basis, I feel like, oh my God, I'm that symbol. I have to prove myself when I go into the office, right? But meanwhile, when I go to the office, I go in there blackety black, just like this, right? But I know I have to prove myself professionally because sometimes I feel like I can't let my culture down. I can't let another black woman down by me failing. It's a lot of weight. And so I needed someone that I can speak to that can kind of relate to the things that I'm going through as a black woman. See, therapy is not just crying over your fucking ex. The fuck. Okay. It could be your work life experiences. It could be anything, right? Hormonal changes, as I mentioned, that might not have anything to do with another person, right? Just life, be lifing. And so I liked her. Long story short, 15 minutes we vibed out. And the other thing that I liked about her so far is that she is right here in my town. So literally, I don't have to do phone visits. I mean, phone visits are good too, but I feel like in-person visits are more personal, right? I get to see her body movements, her expressions, even though on the video you can too, but still, I feel like in person is more suited to what I prefer, my needs, right? And so this is going to be exciting. So my first in-person full session is the 22nd of February, but before they send you all this paperwork you have to fill out. So I'm going to do that. All right. And so I want to say thank y'all on Coffee with Friends because When I started this platform, I knew I needed therapy, but I wasn't brave enough to enter into therapy. It's always scary. I'm not even brave enough to journal. That's something that I need to talk to my therapist about, but that's because somebody violated me so many years ago. And you see how shit hangs around? I feel like if I journal my life, somebody's going to read it, and it's a fear, right? And so I have to deal with that also, right? And so that's something I'm going to unpack with her, because I have a lot of shit to say and I have a lot of shit that I want to write down, right? There's things that I want to do, but I can't get the pen to the paper. And so I need to talk that out. It's all scary, but I'm excited. All right. And so, it's a journey. It is. Right, Shirley. I want to feel it. I want to feel it live. I do. And the thing is not only that, Shirley. I want to get out of my own space. I work from home. I do everything from home, right? Most of the time. And so I don't know if I want to have my therapy session in my home. I want to be able to come back home from my therapy session and be like this, and be able to sip my coffee, my whiskey, lay down, do whatever the fuck I'm gonna need after that therapy session. Because I'm telling you, baby, this is about to be a ride. I know, Valerie. Oh my God. Girl. I be so scared of some shit, and it be shit about me. I'll be like, what the fuck? But you're right. We have so many fears bottled up, right? And so I thank Coffee with Friends for being that gateway that led me, even though it's 4 years later, it don't matter. Don't judge me. Okay. You guys have been my therapy for 4 years, right? Thank you for being the gateway for me to finally step into the room of therapy. Now, I've been to therapy before, like I mentioned, so this is not my first rodeo, but I've never successfully found a therapist that met my needs. So I'm hoping that this one is one that I can rock out with for a long time, because I want to be able to get stable with my therapist, and I want to be able to navigate to a point where she be like, bitch, you going on maintenance mode. You ain't got to see me every week. You can see me once a month. You can see me once every 2 months. That's when I know I'm able to deal with my triggers and my traumas, right? Better. I'm not looking for a cure. I'm just looking for the proper tools, the proper things. Help me navigate through this life of mine and manage these fears. Good morning, Rochelle. Right? And so I wanted to share that with y'all because I love y'all and I live my life out loud. And when people tell me that I inspire them or I'm an inspiration to them, I don't only want it to be because I get on a Peloton, right? I want it to be in various aspects of my life, right? I want, people to want better. When people come into my circle and they embrace me as a friend or an associate, I want them to look at me and say, she makes me want to be more. She makes me want more. She makes me want to be better. If I don't make you feel that way, that's not good. What the fuck am I here for? Why am I in your life? Right? Because I want people in my life that make me want to do better, make me want more out of my life, make me want to be better. Right? And if I'm not doing that for y'all, then what am I here for? And so I live my life out loud, and I thank y'all for being the gateway to constantly being better. And I hope that I lend that to y'all in your life. I do. Yeah, girl. Yeah, because I've always said my home is my safe space. That's why I feel so deeply about affairs happening in your personal home. Like, I will fucking go to jail with a fucking smile on my face if somebody fucks some fuckhole in my house. That's one of the crimes besides touching my kids that I would go to jail smiling over. This is my safe space. When I come here, I want to feel safe. And so I'm glad, not that I wouldn't have been good in having therapy here, but I like it better being able to come home after therapy and turning my key in my door and just appreciating being here. Right? This is my safe space. Shit. I pay for this shit. You're right, Valerie. It's your tranquility. Yesterday, listen, I be living my life on the edge, y'all. So rent time come. My rent is a whopping, is up there. And every time rent come, I be like, oh my God, I'm broke, right? I done put my deposit down on my trip, right? I done paid my light bill, right? I done paid my phone bill. I done paid all these bills. And I said to myself, self, sit the fuck down. You ain't got no money, right? And then at the same time that I said I don't have no money, I started looking for flights to Houston because I said I gotta book my flight to Houston, right? The only reason why I didn't book my flight last night to Houston, because the prices are decent, is because I need to touch base with Nakia and find out when she's booking, right? I mean, I could still go ahead and book, and she can go ahead and book and try to catch the same flight. But I'm trying to see when she's ready to book, to try to book as close with her as possible to see if we can get on the same fucking flight, okay? If not, if her flight is like 20 minutes behind mine or whatever, I'll wait for her at the airport and she can wait for me at the airport either way. But that's the only reason. But as soon as I said I ain't had no fucking money, I was looking to book a flight to Texas because I'm coming, right? I'm definitely coming. And so, anyway, y'all, good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. As you can see, I did not go into work. February is the month of love. Let's see what we have for today's reading. I did some personal sharing in the beginning. Normally I do the reading and then I do personal sharing, but I did some personal sharing. But I just wanted to keep y'all in tune with my journey along this healing, right? Because, I live my life out loud. I'm healing out loud, right? I make my mistakes out loud, right? And so you guys travel along this journey with me. And so I had some sharing to do. And so that's what I did. I shared. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Tamika. Okay, Valerie, come on, bitches. With love. I call people bitches all the time. Don't take it personal. What the fuck? I might even call some of the men bitches, but I don't. It's with love, okay? Yes, Valerie, book your flight Thursday. Okay? I'm going to try to book my flight. Listen, I'm not going to let this week go by without booking my flight to Texas. So I need to get on the horn with Nakia and figure out when she's going to book. Good morning, Rochelle. Good morning. Okay. Good morning. Come on in. So let's read the positive thought for today. I'm reading from Until Today, Ayanna Vanzant. February is the month of love. Today is February 6th. All right. I know, girl. You're going to have to come to New Jersey. Get on the... Oh, I'm going to be going, girl, because I'm leaving Wednesday or Thursday. You're not flying out to Houston until Friday. Yeah, I need a nonstop flight. I can't be fucking doing no stops. The fuck? February 6th. I will know love when I realize the only way I can challenge fear is to do the very thing I am afraid to do in the moment that I feel afraid. Oh my God, we just fucking talked about this. I didn't read this before the show. We just talked about this, how I'm afraid to put the pen to the paper. And Valerie said, we deal with a lot of fears, right? This says the only way I can challenge fear is to do the very thing I am afraid to do in the moment that I feel afraid. Wow. Here is the recipe for living and loving that will yield satisfaction and success. one mind full of positive vision, one moment of openness, 1 second of willingness, 2 drops of readiness, 1 dash of love. That's the recipe. Mix the above ingredients with trust and faith. Roll the mixture into a ball of clear intention. Knead the ball into a thin layer of belief. Smooth out any lumps and cover all holes with prayer. Gently place the layer of expected intent in a dish of great expectation. Preheat your mind with warm, loving thoughts about yourself. Allow the layer of belief to rise in words of praise and thanksgiving. Patiently wait for the intention and expectation to be divinely fulfilled. Until today, you may have experienced many failed or fallen dreams. Just for today, try a new recipe for loving yourself into a new vision for yourself and for your life. Be devoted to focusing your energy and love on just one thing. Today, I'm devoted to using all the right ingredients for a life full of love. We just talked about fears. It says, I need to challenge my fears and do the thing that I'm afraid of in the moment that I am afraid. That message was for me. That message was for me. Because y'all don't think I called therapy and set up this therapy appointment and had this 15-minute consultation with my therapist. And I wasn't afraid, right? I was scared as fuck. I was like, Rob, I felt myself talking to myself. I was like, now what the fuck is she gonna say? Why are you so fucking scared? What the fuck? Girl, get some big girl panties on. I had this whole conversation with myself in my head. Fear. Do the thing you're afraid of in the moment that you're afraid. Oh, oh my God, is spring coming? I've had these back-to-back sneezes since yesterday. I never say I don't got when it comes to finances. I always say, let me figure that out. Girl, I be figuring it out on a regular. Thank you, Valerie. I don't know. I've been getting these chain sneezes. Thank you, Valerie. But Cheryl Lee, Lord, I say it all the time. Let me figure it out. I'm saying it to Debbie. She know, let me figure it out on this Italy trip. Let me figure it out. But God is good. Because when I look back to last year and I be like, whoo, Robin, how did you pull all this shit off? I be amazed. I be fucking amazed. But you know, I know that my heart is good, right? And I know that the Lord knows that I'm trying to do good, right? And a way has been made in each and every plan for me to successfully execute and still pay for this roof over my head. Okay? I'm just saying. It's a blessing. So there are things that I think that I do in fear during the time of fear. Some stuff I'm still struggling with, like writing a journal, like journaling my thoughts. For some reason, every time I go to start writing it on paper, I stop. And it could be for 2 things. 1, because someone violated me. 2, because when I write that shit down, it feels so real. And you know, a lot of times people don't go to therapy or don't talk about shit or don't write shit down because they don't want it to be real. They don't want to recant it. They don't want to deal with the feelings that come with it. Right? It's almost like this case that I got coming in March. I'm so upset that I got to go to trial. Why? Because I'm afraid. Because they're going to make me relive an experience that I don't want to relive. Right? Good morning, Nas. Thank you. Welcome to Coffee with Friends. You know, I don't want to relive the experience. So that's what it's like for me when I put words to a paper and journal. It's like reliving that experience all over again and dealing with the emotions behind it. And then worrying that someone is going to read it before I'm ready to share. But I must challenge, based on today's read, it says we must challenge the fear, our fears, the thing that we're afraid of at the time that we are afraid. I love it. I love it, y'all. Cheryl Lee said it may have been fear, but you looked it in the face, baby. Isn't that what we got to do ultimately? So Black History Month, y'all, you know, I'm black every fucking day, but I'm extra black in a black to an annoying point in February. Everywhere I go, even into the corporate American office, I go in blackity black. Extra, right? Letting them know. I'm taking up space. All right. And so I'm wearing my I'm Matter t-shirt, black on purpose. Okay. I'm Matter t-shirt, hashtag I'm Matter, has little African artwork behind it. All right. My t-shirt is old. I wear it. You know, I've been wearing it for some while. Okay. But this is my t-shirt, I Matter. On the sleeve, it says raw to the bone, black on black, because I'm blackity black. Okay. During Black History Month. If you want a t-shirt, you know where to go. My QR code, right? Go order yourself one. All right. I Matter. Hashtag I Matter. Stop choking us. Stop shooting us. Stop imprisoning us. Stop being outward racist towards us. Okay. Stop blocking our motherfucking blessings. Hashtag I Matter. All right. Yes, Brandilla, you have the I Matter tee. A couple of people from the show have this t-shirt. I have two versions of it. This is one version. This is the V-neck. I have the round neck version, and in the A there is a picture of Martin Luther King on the other version. And so, you know, if you want to be blackity black and you want to support a sister, order a t-shirt. Okay, this is just one of the t-shirts that I have there. Well, all my t-shirts speak to the black culture, but you know, I even have hoodies that say I Matter. That's one of Theo's. Theo texted me and said to me that hoodie is one of my favorite hoodies. I wear the fuck out of it because it's soft. I get it. If I wasn't hot flashing so much, I would wear more of my hoodies, but I hot flash so much. So this is a t-shirt, hashtag I Matter. Get you one. If you want to go to my website, you know my QR code is here. Link is in my bio. You know, you guys know how to find me. And if you don't, it's very simple. rawtothebone.com, myname.com. That is the domain. That is the website. All right. What are we talking about today? What are we talking about today? What are some lessons that you learned from prior relationships? What are some lessons you learned from prior relationships? Friendships, family, romantic relationships. Good morning. Nut nut. Good morning. What are lessons you learned from prior relationships? Family, friends, romantic relationships. I know the one thing I learned, and this is accountability for myself, right? More than on the people that I've had the relationships with, right? The lesson that I've learned from myself is trust. My own ability to trust myself. That's lessons that I've learned from prior relationships. In this past year or two, I sat and I assessed um my life, the people in my life, the things that have occurred in my life, how they occurred, right? And a lot of times my instincts are kicking in, right? And they're telling me things, don't do this or be careful for that, or don't say this or don't say that, right? But yet I ignore those little instincts that be ringing in my head. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, that's a whatever, right? And I go with something other than what's ringing in my head. But what was ringing in my head was me, right? And I didn't trust myself enough to listen to the voices in my head, so I did other than, right? And the lessons that I learned is that I need to trust myself a lot more, right? We often talk about trust in other people, right? But I have to learn to trust my own self, trust my gut instincts, trust what I'm saying and telling myself when I meet people, right? Friend, or when I'm dealing with certain issues with people, right? Trust my gut instinct. I've learned to trust myself. That's one lesson that I have learned based on my relationships in the last couple of years, based on relationships that I have reestablished, based on relationships that I have lost and do not care to reestablish, new relationships that I have built, right? Trauma that I have discussed on this show about my family, where other people have come in and have injected things, and I've walked away with a lesson, right? And the biggest lesson for me in all of that was I need to learn to trust myself more. That's the biggest lesson for me. And since I've been trusting myself more and listening to that little voice in my head, it's been good. It's been good, right? I no longer, am in grieving mode when people decide that they don't want to be in my life. I'll be like, okay, right? Because the other lesson that I learned based on prior relationships is to value myself more. Don't ever expect the value to come from external relationships. Value yourself more above external people and how they feel about you. Focus on how you feel about yourself. And so I don't grieve like I used to. Let's go up and see what are lessons you learned from prior relationships, family, friends, significant others. Okay, because relationships are in all different, they're all different types. Brandilla said, from my last relationship, I no longer share about the tough parts of my past, especially domestic violence I endured. Good one, Brandilla. How has that bit you in the ass before? That's a good one, Brandilla. When you spoke about that in the past, versus now you've made the decision to not discuss your domestic violence that you've endured in the past. How has that changed the dynamics of your relationships as you move forward? I'd be interested to hear that. Good morning, Nakia. Valerie said, people treat you how they've been treated. Listen, you think so? You think so, Valerie? Because I don't know, because I don't know. I don't know if that is 1000% correct. I do believe there is some truth to that. People treat you how they've been treated. But I don't know, because I've been mistreated in my life. And I think that I've always tried to do the opposite. So I think it depends, but there is a possibility that there are a population of people that will treat you how they've been treated because that's all they know. Okay? I can't say every person, but that's a good point. Valerie said, yes, it is sense of power to withhold personal information from people you deal with. A sense of power. To withhold personal information from people you deal with. What are lessons you learned from prior relationships? Family, friends, romantic relationships, right? Because there's all kind of relationships, okay? Oh, Brandilla, I had to learn that. That's a good one, Brandilla. People's insecurities are about them, not you. I had to learn that because, I have big energy. I do, right? But it's not big energy that I don't think I have big annoying energy, but other people have to attest to that. I can't the fuck say, because somebody might feel like I have big annoying energy. I don't think I do. But I do have big energy, okay? And so, people that are insecure. Good morning, Thomas. People that are insecure, make sure when you're coming in the room, you're giving me the thumbs up. People that show insecurity, it'd be hard for them to be around me because I could be a lot. I could be a lot. And I might not realize that you're an insecure person. And it might irritate you. But and I used to feel some type of way about that. But Brandilla, you the fucking right. That's about them, not about me. Right? And now I don't give a fuck. See, there was a time I used to try to tone myself down around certain people because I knew that, they suffered with some kind of insecurities or whatever. But I don't do that anymore because that's not my issue. That's your issue. And it's with love. And it's with love. Right? Some shit just not my business. What lessons have you learned from prior relationships? I learned to get the fuck out. I learned from prior relationships, I learned to get the fuck out. That's what I learned. I learned stop fucking staying in spaces that ain't shit. Right? I don't care how good the dick is. I don't care how good the pussy is. I learned to get the fuck out. Bye. Okay? Anything that stinks like emotional abuse, unhealthy relationship material, I learned to get the fuck out. Fucking good. I learned to get the fuck out. Okay? A lot of us grew up with this thing that said, stay in the relationships. If the man made good money, he paid the bills, stay in a relationship. It's a good relationship. Deal with the cheating and all. So in our heads, we're like, okay, it's not that bad. We'll stay. I learned to get the fuck out. And that's not just from romantic relationships. I'll cut a family member off. I'll remove myself from a friendship. I need people in my life that inspire me to want to be more and do more. If you dragging my ass down to the ghettos of the skid rows of life, I learned to get the fuck out. Brandilla said, in my experience, people try to use that against you in an argument. It made me feel I was being re-traumatized by my trauma. It's so unfair. You know, those are the kind of things that make you really see those. Brandilla, what you describe is a major trigger for me in an argument. Listen, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I have picked up the bar stool, threw it across the room at TVs and heads for motherfuckers trying to re-traumatize me in an argument, in a romantic relationship. I will throw shit. But I'm working on myself. 2 ways. One, I worked on controlling my anger. And I also worked on not dealing with motherfuckers who try to re-traumatize me. As soon as you step into the room and you start triggering me left and right, I know to get the fuck out. Debbie. Now let me sip my coffee because that is a good one, Debbie. I am constantly learning to stop expecting me from others, and that across the board. Yes, Debbie, because everybody ain't you. My son used to scream that in my face in the middle of an argument. You want everybody to be like you. And it didn't click the first time he said it, and the second time he said it, and the third and fourth. It clicked after the 11,000th time. And I was like, wait, right. You can't expect me and him, you and him. I had to wake up one day and be like, stop that. Everybody don't deal with trauma the same way you deal with it, Robin. Everybody don't steamroll through shit. That's a good one, Deb. Cheryl Lee said, it is unfair at Brandilla if someone who claim they love you, is that how they display it? Girl, because they're wicked and beastly. I have lived that ugly ass life where motherfuckers say I love you and they fucking re-traumatize you. Yes, Thomas. You should have been there when I was 26 years old, Thomas, before I walked down the fucking aisle. When that motherfucking his side piece called my house and she told me that I was his roommate. I should have not got married then. If you're not ready, don't get in it. Lesson learned from prior relationships. If you are not ready, don't get in it. I shouldn't have walked down the aisle. He was cheating before I got married. But no, you go, I already sent out the invitations. All these motherfuckers are expecting me to come down the aisle. I spent all this money on this wedding dress. Not thinking how much more of my life I was throwing down the drain by walking down that fucking aisle. If you're not ready, don't do it. Learn to get the fuck out. What lessons have you learned from prior relationships? Learn to get the fuck out. If you're not ready, don't get in it. Brandilla said, in family relationships, there are very few secrets. When you tell someone, keep it between us, it really stays between y'all. That's the lessons you've learned, right? Girl, because that's how that story I told you that happened to me when I was living in Mount Vernon. And my cousins, one cousin asked me how much I made. And when I told her, she went and told the other cousin and they were talking about it and it came back to me. What I gotta lie for? Really stays between y'all. What lessons have you learned in prior relationships? Because we're going to get this shit right. Because you got to understand the lessons you learned in order to move forward and do better in your next relationships. Because, baby, Nakia laugh at me all the time because I be sitting there like this. I got trust issues. See, this is why I got trust issues. And she be laughing at me. But I swear to God, I got trust issues. I be like, motherfuckers lie. They don't fucking mean what they say. What the fuck? I got trust issues. Brandilla said it doesn't feel like love, Shirley, when it happens. It's that first big strike that ultimately leads to the end. Yep. When that motherfucker said, you acting like you were not loved as a little girl. That raised a boil in me. It was like a fucking Hawaiian volcano that was bubbling in me. And he was in my mind being poked 1,000 times. It's that first big strike that ultimately leads to the end. Because for me, it was over. You just hear, my guy, but this is over. And it don't feel like love. So be careful what y'all say to each other. Okay? Because some shit you cannot come back from. What are some lessons you learned from prior relationships? Valerie said, at times, I'm dealing with that now and I don't know how to tell them. It's just not for me. I know it will break their heart. Oh my God, Val, call me. I'm not laughing at your situation. That's a nervous laugh. Oh my God, you got to tell somebody. Can you call me? Let's comfort each other. Oh my God. Thomas said, Valerie said at Thomas, I thought I was ready, but I don't want that. And the more I grew to know them, they're just not for me. I cannot do it. Girl, come on, y'all. Let's break it down today on this good old fucking Tuesday. Help each other the fuck out. What lessons have you learned from prior relationships? So, Valerie, I'm so glad that you working this through and you getting this out and you're coming to terms with this to deal with it up front. Because please don't drag this man down no rabbit hole for long periods of time when you know that you don't want to take this nowhere. Talking to you, me, and all the other people in the universe. The fuck? Let's learn when to get the fuck out. Okay? Nakia said, if I can't expect me, then they shouldn't expect me either because reciprocity is key. Well, that's true. But I always say, with the saying, I can't expect me out of the next person, I didn't understand it before, but I get it now. And I can't expect me from the next person because everybody is not the same. Right. And so in my opinion, when I say I expect me from the next person, I'm expecting a cookie cutter version of me. That's never going to happen. Right. Because everybody is different. Everybody has different perspectives. Everybody has different triggers, different traumas, different life experiences. Right. But what I do expect is reciprocity. Right. And reciprocity for me is because I give you a pair of blue jeans don't mean you got to give me the same exact pair of blue jeans. That would be you expecting you out of me, right? But I give you blue jeans, you might give me, a silver star. You might drop me off to work occasionally and I might give you some. Reciprocity is just an exchange, like a feeding into each other, right? We might feed into each other differently, but I cannot expect me out of the next person because I deal with a lot of things differently than a lot of people that I've come across in my life. And I'm gonna tell you no lie, I ain't perfect. And so I can't expect me out of the next person because I still got some fucking work to do. I need to do better. Right. But I absolutely, Nakia, agree with you with the reciprocity. You have to reciprocate in this relationship. Okay. Period. Nakia said, I've never learned to stand on exactly what and who I want in my life and stop compromising and settling for less. There are some things I will not compromise on. That's a learned lesson, right? Because I'm sure at some point along your way, you have compromised and now you've gotten to the point where you ain't doing that shit no more. The fuck? I love it. Valerie said, I don't know how I got myself in it. I think maybe just wanting companionship. Isn't that how it starts? Not wanting to be by yourself, just wanting companionship. You start, dealing with the person on a regular, but then you find yourself in a relationship. And you're like, wait a minute, I didn't mean to be here. I get it, Valerie. I get it. I get it. Thomas, you too? That was yours exactly. We should have called it off. You too, Thomas? You too walk down the aisle knowing damn well you shouldn't be? Child, the ghetto. Walking down an aisle knowing damn well you don't need to fucking get married. Learn to get the fuck out. Nakia said, I've also learned at the first sign of a red flag, just walk away. Inconsistent, walk away. Can't carry a decent, informative conversation, walk away. Can't stroke my mental, walk away. Learn to get the fuck out. Lessons learned from a prior relationship. Stop trying to build a motherfucking bear. I don't do that no more. I used to but I used to be open to taking on projects. You know what I'm saying? Like meet people and the motherfucker got issues. And you be like, okay, raw, get in the build-a-bear mode and you start building the motherfucker up. Then you build the motherfucker up, then they cheat. You be like, nigga, I built you. You were a whole fucking rags with no stuff in it. And I fucking stuffed you. I built your ass. Lessons learned. I ain't building no more motherfucking Build-A-Bears. Come here stuffed. The fuck and sewn up. Good morning, Johnny Leon Hill. Lessons you learn from prior relationships. Friends, family, romantic relationships. Shit. Deb said, yes, Nakia, I too have learned to walk away. That initially was hard for me because I feel like I was holding on to people for dear life. But 40 plus, Deb, nope, I will walk away and not look back. Shit. Okay, Val. Kia said, and if everything is grand rising, I'm walking the fuck away. Can't plan a date, but wants to text all day. I'm walking away. Call me big money. I'm walking away. Keep mentioning material-ish I wear. Walk. Learn to get the fuck out. I just want to take a pause here for a minute. Men, stop fucking good morning women to death. Stop saying good morning. Stop good morninging women to death. Good morning. What's the other one? What you doing? Stop it. I will leave you on read. Okay, because after the third good morning, you should be talking about meet my ass at Corner Social in Harlem at 7 o'clock Thursday evening. The fuck? Where the fuck is the dates? Are the dates? Plural. Where is the first date? At least. And the other thing that scratches my whole ass is when guys be like, okay, I want to take you out. Tell me, pick a place and tell me where to meet you. No, bitch, I'm not the man. I'm not picking a place and telling you where to meet me, because as soon as I pick a restaurant, then your little punk ass will go on social media talking about, oh my God, she picked Eddie V's Steakhouse like she want to spend all my monies. No, motherfucker, you pick a restaurant. I eat at Cheesecake Factory. Let me see what the fuck you gonna reserve. Get it together. Okay? Lessons I've learned from prior relationships. I'm not answering what you doing after a few times, and no good mornings after a few times. You will get left on read. As a matter of fact, I'm not even taking no more good mornings and what you doing. My shop is closed. The fuck? Y'all make my whole ass itch. Okay? Brandon said, Nakia, you preaching to me on today. I think I like spending a little time at the carnival. I'm trying to get better. Brandilla, you know we talk about that fucking carnival. Listen, I'm not doing carnival behavior no more. Now, I used to love that carnival behavior because Brandilla, I'm not gonna lie, I had to admit out loud that I like a little toxic. I had to admit that. And that's where you go to get the little toxic. You hang out at the carnival because that's where you get the motherfucking clowns. I'm not at the carnival no more, Brandilla. I'm gonna need you to come out of the carnival. Valerie said, it's killing me. I don't want to be a terrible girlfriend and break up with them right before Valentine's Day. They don't be giving a fuck when they break up with us right before the holidays, so them stingy ass bitches don't have to get you a gift. But in all honesty, Valerie, you're not being a bad girlfriend. You would be a bad girlfriend if that motherfucker busted out with some expensive ass Valentine's Day gift and then you break up with him. Right? I'm delivered. That happened to me before. This guy that was trying to court me, he wasn't my boyfriend. He was just courting me. And I knew I was done with him because he had stalker tendencies and he stalked me a little bit and I was irritated with him. But still I agreed to go out to dinner with him around Valentine's Day. And he took me, we went to Yonkers to this really nice restaurant. And he gave me some really nice diamond earrings. They were really nice. When he handed them to me, my inside, I still got those diamond earrings. My inside said, oh my God, you about to quit this motherfucker and he's handing you diamond earrings. And I took the diamond earrings. Oh my God, I'm delivered. I took the diamond earrings, right? And then like a week later, I was like, I don't want to be bothered. He cussed me out. I was like, So you're actually doing better than me by breaking it off before Valentine's Day. See, I didn't know he was going to get me a gift because we were not official. We were courting. We were dating. That means you don't monitor my cootie cat and I don't monitor your beef. Okay? We're just dating. We're just courting. I didn't think he was going to give me anything. So you doing the right thing. Don't let him give you no big old gift and then you quit his ass because then you might have to change your locks and shit. Nakia said, I'm going to expect me. Don't expect from me what you cannot give. Okay. I mean, everybody got their expectations, right? I'm not referring to material things. I'm referring to the essence of me, my integrity, my core values, my character, morals. I'm going to expect it. Well, that definitely you should. Y'all said morning at Val. Trust me, there will never be a right time per holidays, birthdays, family emergencies, etc. The better sooner than later. Y'all should have known she was gonna say that. Tell him, Valerie. Fuck that. Do it now. Cheryl Lee said, not the same, but reciprocating because it's been communicated. The expectation in the relationship. Right. Exactly. Val said, it's like, how do you do something that's best for you, but will hurt another person? Ultimately, you have to choose. Ooh, I got to show that question. That's a good one. How do you hurt another person to protect your feelings? Woo! Self-preservation, I guess. Honesty, because really and truly, you're not really protecting his feelings by being with him under false pretense. Nakia said, I compromised a lot and I refuse to ever lower myself for the sake of a relationship. That's unfulfilling and lacks everything I'd ever need. And you shouldn't. And you shouldn't. I agree with that 1000%. You know, I got trust issues, so Y'all said, Val, what's best for you is also best for them. Yes, y'all, because you're not giving your all in a relationship. Let them go find someone else that feels the same. Val said, y'all, yes, you are so right, but they have no clue. I feel like this will shock them. Girl. Val, you need to call my ass because I don't fucking know. What the fuck? Nakia said, if a person adds nothing but strife, frustration, aggravation, and problems, I'm walking away. Learn to get the fuck out. Y'all said, Val, I know, but they will be all right. I've had to do it a few times, and it was so scary until it was over. A weight was lifted like no other. Y'all's picture cracks me up because when she be talking, I'm just looking at her picture that's sitting there like this, like that sarcastic face. I just absolutely love it. I can't. Val, babe, you know, go Toka too. Your hair hurt. I know, girl. I know. Exactly, Val. They want to what you doing you to death, good morning you to death, and never invite you out to Starbucks. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not. Brandilla said, my mother's 85-year-old cousin texts me good morning every day with an inspirational picture. I think it's cute. That's different. We talk about people that have a romantic interest in you, that says they have a romantic interest in you, but text you every day. Now, you know, not just friends and family. That's different. Wait, Deb said, dang, Valerie, they don't have a clue you feel this way. You don't think they sense anything? That's fucked up. Because that means you a good actress. Oh, shit. Thomas said, we should have done our original plan, only which was to go out occasionally per our mutual interest. But when I gave her that massage, it was over. We be falling in love over the wrong shit, Thomas. The fuck? Johnny said, can I ask a sincere question? This is to those who made it. Why is reciprocity important to you? Not trying to start anything, just wanting to be educated. Well, Johnny, how do you be in any type of relationships giving, and never receiving? Reciprocity is people pouring back into you like you pour into them. It don't have to look exactly the same, but you should never continue to pour out, emptying your cup and you never getting poured back into. That's reciprocity in a nutshell for me. Val said, and Deb, I don't think they do because we talk a lot, etc. They live in another state. I can't do no long distance. Okay. Oh, well, that's different. This is a person that lives in a whole nother state and you got to keep traveling and they got to keep traveling. That's a lot. Now, I could see how that person would not know how you feel because how do you determine that by being long distance? I mean, I've never had a long distance relationship. I'm not opposed to it. But I could see it being challenging. At some point, somebody got to the fuck move because, well, if you like me and you want to live with your partner, because I do. And so somebody got to the fuck move. And I don't recommend anybody move here. So 9 times out of 10, it's me because it's too expensive to live here. Brandilla said a fundamental thing most of us are taught is treat others as you wish to be treated. It's an expectation that's set early in life. That's true. That's true. Right, Brandilla. That's a saying. Don't burn up trying to keep someone else warm. Baby, I have burnt up plenty of days. I don't burn anymore. Yes. I know, Valerie. That's I said for the people that don't want to live with their partner that works for. What the fuck, y'all, that don't want to live with their partners? Like, I want to live with my partner. Like, we don't have to be in each other's face in the same room every day, but we do. I need him to sleep in the same bed with me. I like touching. I do. Val, my head hurt too. Oh, God. Deb said, Val, you will get through this. We are here supporting you. Keep praying, and God will give you the words at the appointed time. Yep. And then you'll have us during the rodeo to hug you and comfort you because you're going to do this before the rodeo, right? Just do it. Tell a motherfucker that you're not for him. Let him go cry, get it out of his system, and let him move on to the next. What have you learned from the last relationship? Learn to get the fuck out. Val, if this ain't for you, walk away, man. Walk away. Salvage him and you at the same time, because holding on to shit when you know it ain't gonna work out, it ain't good. Because this man could be planning all kind of stuff for you. Okay? I'm just saying. Y'all were busy today. Y'all really shared all the things that y'all learned. Well, not all the things, but it was a lot of things that was shared on here today about things you've learned from the last relationship, right? And we read from the positive word because February is the month of love, and it says, do challenge your fears by doing the thing that you're afraid of in the time that you're afraid of it. I'm going to keep saying that to myself because I need to be able to conquer some fears. And that phrase alone makes me feel like it gives me some kind of empowered feeling. Challenge yourself to do the thing you're afraid of during the time that you're afraid of it. I'm going to take that shit. All right. Then we talked about what are some things that you've learned from your last relationship. And some of y'all learned a lot. So y'all take these learned lessons and make sure y'all apply them to your future scavenge hunt for your new relationships, right? You know, I posted a question on my page last week and it said, describe something that turns you on besides sex, right? And I put consistency, and other people put stuff up there, and it was beautiful, the stuff that people was responding to on that post. And I commented and I said, everything that you guys said was beautiful. Now apply this to your relationships going forward, right? Because sometimes we put the physical aspect in front of everything, but what about everything else we need in a relationship, right? And drum up everything that you've experienced from your past relationships and take the good out of them and note the bad so that you don't repeat the bad. Lessons that you learned from prior relationships. Family, okay? Family, I've learned a lot of lessons about family. Family, blood, are people that I'm born into. I didn't have a choice. I'm born into them, right? And so I lived with a lot of years feeling guilty because I didn't like a lot of them. And I felt like you're supposed to like the family that you're born into, but I sleep with my whole fucking mouth open, probably some slob dripping from the side of my mouth, being perfectly okay with not liking some of them motherfuckers, right? Because I now know that I can choose my own family. Right? I could choose the people that I want in my life, the people that make me want to aspire to be more, do more. Okay. People who push me. Okay. People who know more than me because I don't want to be the smartest person in the fucking room. I'm just saying. All right. And so with that being said, there's a couple of announcements that I want to say, being that we're on here. All right. So we have our end of summer soiree trip coming up August 21st to 25th. And I know y'all are like, August is a long way away. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Okay. Yes, I said ain't. Okay. Get your room. It is $50 per person deposit to hold your room. So for those that are bougie, that might want the swim out room, that means that you can open your balcony doors and walk out and jump in the fucking pool. If you want that room, you should be booking your room now. $50 is what holds your room. All right. We got some surprises coming up that I'm working on with the travel agent. We might be doing raffles for room upgrades. We don't know. I'm trying to put it together. Okay. So if, we might have like some kind of raffle drawing or something like that, and somebody could win an upgraded room or whatever. We're going to have a great time on this trip. So rock out with me. Coffee with Friends End of Summer Soiree is that celebration that we do to say we're here. We have a chosen family. We decided to heal together, celebrate together, grow together, and we celebrate each other at the end of the summer. This is my third annual Coffee with Friends End of Summer Soiree. First one was an elf fairy picnic underneath the George Washington Bridge, because that was right after COVID, and they reopened the doors. And then my last year's was in Cancun, Mexico, at Rio Cuculcan, all adult, all inclusive resort. The third annual trip is going to be at Breathless Punta Cana, which is an all adult resort with adult vibes, adult energy. All right. And so get your room. All right. $50 deposit per person. All right. 5-day, 4-night adult only turn up. That's it, and that's all. And again, we're working behind the scenes to see what kind of raffles and drawings we're going to have for room upgrades, right? Maybe somebody will end up with a free room. I don't know. We are working on it, all right? And so let's make this exciting. Let's make this a big deal, all right? We have several people that are booked already. Come on, y'all. $50, all right, per person to hold your room. Okay, that is for August, our end of summer soiree, adult activities. So people gonna be thonging it up and topless and shit. Be grown about it. Don't come here taking no pictures. For all those that are going, I will be sending out an NDA email. You guys will have to respond with, yes, I agree, because all of my trips, if anybody comes back from my trip and say that their titties were circulating around social media because somebody took a picture and was circulating it around social media, they will have every right to sue you. That's right. So go with some adult damn sense, all right? Y'all seen titties and ass before, don't act out, all right? And so that is our end of summer soiree. NDAs will be sent out to those that sign up for this trip. I will collect all of my email addresses from the travel agent. Your deposits and your money does not come to me. It goes to the travel agent. They will book your rooms. They will make sure you have transportation to and from the airport, and they will book your flights for you if you want to book your flights through them. All right. And so don't say you didn't know about the trip, because this is not a personal invitation. This is a Coffee with Friends podcast trip. So it is open to all. All right. So book your trip. Scan me. Go to my QR code. You got 2 QR codes here. Go to the link in my bio. You'll see the 2024 Coffee with Friends Summer Soiree, or go to my Facebook page. It's posted everywhere, y'all. All right. The other trip that we have going on is our Friendsgiving, which is in November. Yes, Coffee with Friends is on the go. Okay, we have a couple of segments here on the go. Reading with Friends. We'll get to that in a minute. All right. Coffee with Friends on the go. We have a Friendsgiving 2024, November 14th, where we will be in this house for 3 nights in Galveston, Texas. This is where we do our deep talks. We do our Coffee with Friends after dark in person here. We do our games. We have prizes. The games are drinking games, y'all. So we be fucked up. Okay. And so we're going to have a good time. Everybody whose name is on this flyer owes $150 or more. There's one person who only owes $50 because they bougie, and one person that's fully paid off because they super bougie. All right. And so I think 2 people are paid off, actually. And so the rest of you know who you are, owe $150. Make sure you are sending your money to my Cash App. Okay. Y'all know my Cash App information is in my link tree. All right. If you need it, you know how to get me. All right. I don't normally put up my Cash App, but it's in my link tree. So go to the link in my profile, scan this QR code, whatever. Send it to the last place you sent it to when you sent me your first deposit. Okay. Now, those are our 2 trips, our 2 major trips. Okay. Now, the more recent trip that's coming up is March 8th. All right, we are doing rodeo in Houston. We're doing a rodeo weekend. So Friday night, March 8th, we will have Wine, Cheese, and Things. During Wine, Cheese, and Things, the first 90 minutes of Wine, Cheese, and Things will be a book reading discussion on the book of All About Love. We are asking our men and women to read this book because in a path of doing better, being better, understanding what love is and how love is displayed differently, okay, across different people, let's learn about it, okay? Let's learn how love is displayed, right? What is love as a noun versus a verb? Let's get into it, okay? And so we will have this discussion for 90 minutes on March 8th in Texas, okay? And for those that are physically not there, we will have Discord up and running. I will have someone, monitoring the Discord questions and comments and reading those out, okay? As at the same time, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this the fuck out, okay? And so I gotta figure out also how to vlog this session. Okay, so got a lot going on. We got a lot the fuck going on. All right. I love it. So get your book. This book is on Amazon for $9.99. This is our Reading with Friends segment of Coffee with Friends because we are aiming to do what? Be better. Okay. And we're going to do that together. All right. So with that being said, Angel. You know what? Last year, Angel was the first person that paid off her trip. Angel, you lagging behind this year. Are you thinking about not going? Because your room was the first room booked last year and paid off last year for the end of summer soiree. This year, I keep saying, wait a minute, Angel didn't book her trip? Angel didn't book her DR trip yet? Okay. And so for the rodeo, these are the names that I have going for the rodeo. I have Valerie, Cheryl, Nakia, Angel, and myself. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deb, that's 5 people that's coming to the event that weekend. Now, Cheryl is staying, I don't know, Cheryl stays where she wants. Cheryl stays with her sister and us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Deb, do we need sleeping bags? I think everybody's staying with us. Do we need sleeping bags? I think everybody's staying with us. Angel, you staying with Angel? Where are you staying? Oh, you booked Houston already? Okay. Well, Angel, we didn't book rooms. I'm staying at Debbie's house because I live there. Nakia is staying with me. I think Val is staying with me. Cheryl Lee stays where she wants. She stays there. Sometimes she go back to her daughter's house. But I got a room. Listen, Deb, I got a room. Don't be trying to listen. I have a room. Okay, so Angel said I just need a pillow. All right, so somebody can sleep in the bed with me. I mean, I don't stink. I promise you I don't. Right? Somebody can sleep in the bed with me. And I don't know where the other sleeping quarters is because I only saw the couches. I don't know what's in the other room. Do we need a blow-up bed? We're going to figure it out. But we haven't. First of all, I'm just going to say this. By the time we finish our games on Friday night, nobody going to be able to go nowhere. Yeah, we bunking together, Deb. Listen, I just want to say this. By the time we finish our games on Friday night, and Debbie is going to try to be Mother Hubbard. I'm letting y'all know this now. Debbie going to try to regulate. During the book reading, we can only do wine and champagne, Debbie said. Okay, I'm going to respect that because she saw how stupid we get, right? But once we get into the card games, y'all, and the liquor start to flow, ain't nobody going to be going nowhere. She got 2 sheds in the back of her house. Somebody better go back there and lay the fuck down. Okay, we got Valerie, Shirley, Nakia, Angel, and myself. We are all gonna show up in Houston. Oh my God. Right, Deb, we classy. we classy. We classy, Deb. So the rodeo is on and popping. And so with that being said, we're gonna have a great time. I know, Angel, right? But Angel, I don't give a fuck I do give a fuck what you going through. You know I care. Right? We all going through some shit. Go fucking book your room, bitch, because you're going on this trip. I'm talking to you the same way. Well, Debbie don't say bitch to me, but she be like, you going. Go put your money down on this room, Angel. I'm not playing with you. Okay? You are on the original trip. You cannot fucks around on this trip. Okay? Put your money down on that room. And if you want to upgrade your room later, just upgrade it later. Put it on the, I know you're trying to go for that exhale. Oh, no. Oh, no. Your ex meaning your baby daddy? Oh, no. The negativity, the devil is busy at the beginning of the year. Oh, no. We don't need the ex to be unalive. I'm so sorry, Angel. I am so sorry that you're going through that. Listen, I got mail here the other day from my ex. And I said, this motherfucker, why is his mail still coming to my house? And so I said, he ain't lived here in 3 years, 3+ years. I said, Ma, his mail come to my house. You know what my mother said? My mother said, right, does not live here, and drop it back in the mailbox. It was court papers, y'all. It was court papers. I don't know what the fuck for, but I did what my mama said because I listened. I said, does not live here, and I put it in the outbox. Because I'm not the same Robin. I used to call motherfuckers and give them grace. I'm not her anymore. Okay? I pay these bills. You don't get mail here. You do not live here. Oh, the nigga who choked you? What? Okay, Angel, we need to talk because I don't know why he's unalive and why he's bothering you. Because what are they calling you for? You know what? Just block. Oh, Johnny said my condolences. She said she don't need no damn condolences. But the thing is, what are they saying? I would block their number. We don't have to read messages. Oh, I'll do that next time, Brandilla. I just said does not live here and threw it in the outbox. That's what I say, Nakia. Block them. Don't. Exactly. The block button works. Like, why are you taking in this negative energy? Some stuff we can control. Angel, block them. You can control that. You can control it. Just block them. I know easier said than done, but block them if it's stressing you. I would do that. This way you don't have to worry about reading the messages. Look, Brandilla just gave me some good information. We giving you some. This is how it works here. Because don't call me. Because as soon as somebody call me about the fuck circle X-ho, I'm going to be like, don't fucking call me about him. And if they keep going, I'm going to block them. Angel, I know you. How they know you? I mean, blocking feels insensitive to their grief, right? So you're putting yourself second. You're putting your own feelings to the side to cater to somebody else's feelings that you're not even in a relationship with, that you're not even investing in emotionally, okay? And you're not even in their presence physically. So you are benching your own feelings and your own mental health or mental stability to the side to curtail to people that you don't even invest in on a daily basis. See how we neglect our own needs? This is a perfect example of how we neglect our own needs and we put other people before ourselves. And then we complain that we're stressed and we're burdened. And I have found myself being in the same situation, feeling bad for other people, but not feeling bad enough about my own self. Okay? Not feeling bad about my own self. And Angel, I love you. And people get offended based on my delivery and how I say stuff, but learn when to get the fuck out. Learn when to get the fuck out of all situations. Learn to put yourself first. Learn to put your own your mental state first. You came on here and you said, I'm going through stuff. They're stressing me. They're this, they're that. But then when we said block them, you're like, no, that's so insensitive to their feelings. What about yours? Always putting other people before ourselves. Guilty pleasure. Fucking cares about their feelings. What about yours? Exactly. Sorry for your loss. Sorry for what you're going through. Take care. Block. Protect your peace. You know, we sit here and we say, we want to protect our peace. We want to live in peace. But yet we let the noise in. And we make excuses for it. Yep. Please detach from it, because sometimes we put ourselves in shit that we ain't got to be in, and we stay in shit that we ain't got to be in. Stop stinking up your life. The fuck? Get the fuck out. See, Angel, you came on here with a purpose. All right, you needed this message and you got it. Now go make a change and free yourself and choose peace. All right. And with that, y'all, I'm going to send y'all out with some positive vibes. I done made all of my fucking announcements. I'm going into the office tomorrow, so I will not be here. You know, what else do I have to say? I made all my announcements, right? My trips, anything else that I wanted to say? I don't think so. All right. Anything else that I need to say, I'll catch up with y'all on Thursday. But for now, hashtag I matter. Happy Black History Month. I'm Black every day, but I'm extra blackety black during Black History Month. I don't give a fuck. That's how I'm rolling. All right. This is the I Matter t-shirt. If any of you want an I Matter t-shirt, go to my website, rawtothebone.com, or hit my link, my QR code for my link tree. Get yourself a t-shirt. On the sleeve, it says Raw to the Bone. It's black on purpose because I'm blackety black during the month of Black History. So get yourself a fucking t-shirt, okay? Support a sister. All right. And with that, yes, it is. It's definitely beautiful. Nikia said, I wish Fatty Family would contact me if he did anything to himself. I tell them karma is a bitch from my head going through the rear windshield. Fuck out of here. Nope. Right? Why we drink coffee, then drink water with it? Because coffee dehydrates your ass. Coffee dehydrates you. You got to drink water. Oh, girl, I need to order some supplies for my body butter. Because listen, when I tell y'all I have been under, yeah. So I need to get on top of my shit and order some more supplies because, you know, I have a client that moved to Portugal and she she inboxed me the other day and she was like, Robin, I tried to make my own body butter and I fucked it up. Because normally if somebody is coming to visit her, she'll order from me and she'll have me send it to the person. And then when they fly down to Portugal, they just bring it with them. And so she was like, I tried to make my own body butter and I messed up. So she's having her sister come visit her in like March or April. So she's going to order and have me sent to her sister to bring down. So I really need to get it together because I do have a set of regular customers that order on a regular basis, even though I don't promote my body butter as aggressively as I used to, because I cannot keep up with the business. All right. But I do maintain the customer base that I have. And so, Debbie, I need to get on my shit with that. Okay. For real. Exactly. A motherfucker that put his hands on you. Okay. And so with that, y'all, I'm going to send y'all out with some positive vibes of the day, but make sure you give me the thumbs up. Make sure you are resharing this Coffee with Friends into some soiree trip. All right. Because, you know, I just want to say other people are resharing it on their page and other people are showing interest. And so, you know, before we know it, we're going to have rooms booked. And I just hope that they don't get booked to a point where some of my staple Coffee with Friends people get blocked out of the trip. All right, let's not have that happen. Okay. And Nakia, I need to touch base with you because we got to book our trip to Houston. All right, because I'm ready to hit the button soon. All right. Set a boundary. I care about your family loss, but please respect my needs. Empathy while setting boundaries. At Angel, let her know. Love it, Cheryl Lee. And with that, you know what I say. It's going to be a what? No matter how low.
Even when you feel low, you can still go.
And you can.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Yep.
Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
Yep.
I never answer to no, man, I still go.
And I don't. This is Coffee with Friends, and I'm Raw to Debo. Come back Thursday, y'all. Hey, get this message on the way out. Move with peace and love. What? Hey. What? Hustle hard. Hey. What? I've been doing shit my way on the highway. And in the driveway is a nice way. Cause I'm down through the climb, I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't tell me pain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. We'll see with the negativity, but I just find right by that energy. Hey. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. And I don't, y'all. Peace. See you Thursday. I'm out.